Okay, we are here with Paul Felder, who fights tomorrow against Stevie Ray in UFC Glasgow. First of all, got to ask you, have you got any particular pressure or reservations against a guy who's obviously going to have a lot of the home crowd behind him?
You know, no, and I've said this in other interviews. I have a lot that I'm coming off of personally with stuff with my father and things like that. So I feel like I've got my own motivation and deeper inside. It has nothing to do with fans or people screaming for me. I know that always helps a fighter and he gets pumped up, but it also can work against you, and that's something he has to worry about and I don't have to worry about. You know, when you have hometown pressure, you want to win so bad that you almost make mistakes or you get overly nervous. And for me, it's like, okay, well, I'm coming in as the, people are gonna boo me, and I just got to do what I do every day in the gym, and for the reasons that I've picked to fight, not for fans, not for anything, just go out there and put on a scrap. So we'll see.
Can you elaborate a little bit about the motivations from your father as well?
Yeah, I mean, anybody that follows me know he died about a week before I started training camp. Pancreatic cancer. Had been suffering for a little over a year, and right when I signed the fight was pretty much when he kind of came home. He was on hospice, and I pretty much got to stay at home and watch him slowly pass away. And I've got a chain on me right here. He's got his ashes in him, so he might have all those fans, and I know how motivating that can be. But I've got my dad literally walking to the cage with me on Sunday, so all that shit, honest to God, I could give a fuck about it. And I got my brother in my corner this time. His only job is to literally be there, so he's been having fun in Glasgow, and so yeah, and it will be what it is. He's a tough guy regardless of the crowd. If we were fighting in Vegas, this is a tough fight. So we're both motivated in completely different ways right now. He's got his hometown and his country and I've got my family that I'm fighting for. So it should make for a motivated fight.
Sure. And the other thing, I guess, is it's sort of a fight that you almost put together yourselves.
Pretty much
on
yeah.
Twitter. I mean, how does that? Does that play into your mind at all? Does that help you at all going in? The fact that you're obviously both up for it, and I guess it could, even combine for something going towards a fight of the night type thing.
Yeah, well, I feel like every fight I've ever been in the UFC, people have been like, that's going to be fight of the night. And it either ends up being a performance of the night, or people think it should have been or was fight of the night. So, yeah, I kind of pick these guys that I think could do that for me, and I think he's thought the same thing with this one. He's like, man, I'm fighting in Glasgow in Scotland. If I get a guy like Felder to come in and throw down with me, there's a damn good chance that we're going to walk with some extra cash. And he's a guy that I've had on my radar for a long time, who I've been very friendly with and have always gotten along at UFC events and things like that. But we kind of were like, all right, you just want a big fight, I just want a good fight. I think it's time. I've been kind of watching you for a long time, knowing that you're a big possibility for me. So it just happened. We tweeted it out, and Sean Shelby got it done.
And I think it could be arguable that you're the bigger name coming at this, especially with the way that you've sort of burst onto the UFC scene, and you fought some big names as well. Do you think there's even some people are maybe sleeping on Stevie Ray? Because even though he's 5-1, he's a little under the radar, especially in the States.
Yeah, maybe back home a little bit. But not for me, because like I said, I've known who he is since he kind of got onto the scene himself, and I've seen his finishes, and I've seen his fights. I've watched his old fights when he fought over here. So yeah, they might be a little bit, but here, there, certainly nobody is over here in Europe. Everybody's like, okay, they know who Stevie is, and but I've also gotten a lot of love from the people over here too, and I keep asking them, you rooting for me or Stevie? And they're like, I love your style, but I gotta go with my boy. And I'm like, I respect that. Just don't throw a beer at me and I'm good, you know what I mean?
And then finally, there's a lot of people in the UFC are getting involved with this, going out and getting kilts. But I don't know whether that's for the weigh-in or fight night. You've got a bit of Irish heritage in you. I don't know whether you want to get a Scottish kilt or get involved with any of that at all.
No, you know what? I even talked to Duke Rufus, my coach, and I was like, should I come out with like a U.S. flag and an Ireland? And he's like, let's not even give them something to come at you about, because everybody already gets on me with the Irish drag and you're American. And I have to explain, I'm not claiming to be from Ireland. I'm claiming my family's heritage back in the U.S. Anybody that knows how U.S. works. We all go, what are you? Oh, I'm German. Oh, I'm Scottish. Oh, I'm Irish. Oh, I'm... So for us, it's, we take pride in where our families come from, because it wasn't that long ago that they came over from wherever they did in the world. So no kills for me at this weight.
Excellent. And that's Paul Felder. Catch him tomorrow night, UFC Glasgow.